Hi, welcome to your self-care practice today. You might need a towel rolled up if you don't have a foam roller, and something soft for your knees. Today's objective is to give yourself some time and connect with your body, starting with something as a base, which is our spine. Spinal waves starting from the base of your skull down each vertebrae at a time to the bottom of your spine. Now switch up your stance from a full kneeling position to a half kneeling position. You might find that this position gives you a lot more freedom to now move your hips incorporated with the entire spine. Here's a reminder, if you feel stiff, don't judge yourself and don't tell yourself to stop. Instead, be aware that, you had that thought. You might feel a little stiff today. And that's okay, because you're here now and you're getting yourself unstiff. De-stiffing, if that's a word. Gently ease your way up to a standing position. You will now have access to a lot more joints and muscles and fascia and nerves and sensations. Embrace all of them. Pay attention to what you're thinking. If you're thinking, this is silly, embrace that thought and move with it. Easing our way to the floor. You don't have to do this, but this is a fun stabilization process until you get reacquainted with the floor. Now your weight might move from left hand to right hand to left foot to right foot. See if you can notice when your weight shift changes. All spinal waves concept applies here. And this is more freeform. You don't have to go down in a linear line. Allow yourself to explore. Go in different angles. Don't judge yourself. Let's invite our spine and our body to move in different angles. We're going to go laterally. You don't have to drop your hips too low. This is just moving your spine side to side and explore, where have you not visited in a while? What have you not been paying attention to? How can you ease your way into it? Perhaps dropping a knee? Start where you're at, and it's okay. Now we're easing into the deep hip. Now we store a lot of tension, perhaps even some trauma in the hip. While we're not going to go through a lot of that today, I invite you to explore different angles in the hip. Get curious about its movement, about its freedom, about its space. Easing into the next one, grab that soft item or a cushion for your knee. Starting off in the lunge position, you want to not be on a tight rope. Stack your feet and knees align with your hip, and you should feel more balanced. Starting with tucking your tailbone under and lifting the spine all the way up, as active as you can. Sense where your contact points are, which is your front foot, your back knee, and your back foot. Stay lifted through the spine, and I want you to imagine you're charging your energy up from the base of your hip, keeping that tailbone tucked in, and you're lifting that energy all the way up, all the way to your fingertips. As you're reaching up, what do you notice? What thoughts come to mind? What are you paying attention to? Is there anything tremoring? What's your breathing like? You don't have to focus too much on restrictions and rules, but pay attention to how your body is sensing this movement. Do note you don't want this to be in your lower back, so there needs to be some core control and stabilization. You can stay here for another 15 to 20 seconds and switch sides once you're ready.
That sounds cool.
5 seconds left to switch to the other side. Grab your foam roller or your roll-up towel, and you'll be placing this along your upper spine. Use both of your hands to support the base of your head, of your skull. This is where we are practicing how to release control. Allow the hips to relax its tension. Allow the chest to be passive in this position. You no longer have to hold anything in. If you don't have a foam roller and you're using a towel instead, re-roll your towel to where it's the long side. This way, your upper spine will be supported along with your head. With your arms free, we're easing it into more of a passive hold. Now you don't have to worry about stabilization anymore, and allow yourself to ease into the position. Perhaps choose something you want to focus on. Is it breathing? Is it sensation? Straighten out your legs if you want. This is a gentle tension release. Release the hip tension, your ankles, your knees. Give it a shake. You can shake vigorously or you can shake softly. What we hope to achieve here is just letting it go. And finally, we're finishing today's practice with conscious breathing. You can pick a breathing pattern that you like, place your hands wherever you want. This is where we are definitely putting some attention on our breathing. And before you start thinking about what you have to do next, give yourself this time to really focus on you.